What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? Episode 236. It's that time again. Well, what's going on this week? Well, we got a lot of QBs in the news. We got one QB running his mouth about mentoring or not to mentor. We got another QB running his mouth about do I want to go back? Should I have left? Whatnot. We got hard files in the NBA. We got Magic trying to own another sports team again. Oh, we got NBA playoffs getting about that time. We getting in crunch time. Oh, we just got a lot of topics to talk about: baseball, football, and basketball. Not wasting any more time. Episode 236. Let's get it started right now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red and Rev Sports Show. Coach and Red are coming to you live from the ATL
Shout.
and I'm coming to you live from Baltimore, Maryland. Nevertheless, we're going to give you real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real
sports
knowledge. So hang out with your boys, Red, Rev, and Coach for episode 236 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as our custom, we turn our numbers attention to Coach Patrick Thomas. What you got for us, Coach?
It's a good morning, everybody. It's a good Saturday morning in the ATL. Rev, I'm sorry. I'm had to disappoint you, but my number 36 goes to a man, 2-time first team All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler. He was a big-time running back when he came to the Steelers and won a championship. I'm sorry, the Steelers' code must be broken because I got to go with number 36, Jerome the Bus Bettis for my number 36, 2-time All-Pro from the NFL, from the Pittsburgh Steelers. My apologies.
That was so predictable, man.
I started to go Rasheed Wallace, but I said no.
Anybody who has a famous number for the Steelers, we're going to have to say you banned from mentioning that going forward. That was very predictable. Very predictable. But nevertheless, it is what it is. Coach is staying true to his Steeler love, bringing it almost every week. Probably would try to do it every numerology appointment that he has if he could.
No, everybody don't get it.
We thank you, sir, for talking about Jerome Bettis. All right? Everybody's doing all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh.
Here we go. Let's talk about Revenite Nation, see who's joining us. From there, we see the VP. I guess he's going to make a guest appearance. He said VP briefly in the building, slamming down the gavel for another 5 session of the Red and Red Sports Show. He's about to go do his mom's yard. Munching, we're eating. Y'all be safe, and mothers have an awesome Mother's Day. All right, man. I guess that's your Mother's Day gift to your mom doing her yard, so we won't hold that against you. But happy Mother's Day to your mother. The president has given the VP time to slam the gavel. What's up, Mr. President? Thank you so much. He's the nicest vice president I've ever met because I don't know too many presidents that will allow the VP to slam the gavel each week. Good morning to you, Miss Harris. Glad to have you. He said weed eating. Okay. All right. That was for you, Amani.
See.
Amani can't catch a break and when he's not even on the show, man. That's crazy. Sister Dana Brick is glad to have you.
Hey, Dana.
Glad to have you. The president's checking in from the annual alpaca underarm shaving cotillion in Slovakia.
Hey, get way over there. Better be careful.
Maurice Thrower is in my neck of the woods, even though I'm not there right now. Good morning from Philadelphia, boy. The Floridian that gets around, brother. Glad to have you. And Sister Bricker says she's here for the comments and insight. It's interesting that I see her the day after the Philadelphia 76ers won. So that makes sense. What? Marcus Smart wasn't available. He wears 36. Yeah, Coach, he does wear 36. He does.
He does. Boo. Who cares? Marcus Smart.
And see, like I like with Maurice Thrower, he's not even a Boston Celtic fan, but at least he's looking at some other teams,
Ooh.
Take notes, Coach. That'd be great.
Yes, sir. I don't want any trouble.
Armani Newsom. Good morning from Rock Hill, South Carolina. I think he's there for a graduation. Happy graduation to your sister, man. Y'all have a good time. We'll catch up with you soon. And he got, it's the other way around, Armani. Hashtag 76. Other way around, bro. But we won't hold that against you. We know you celebrating and all that good stuff. Kelly Kale, what's going on? Glad to have you.
Kelly, y'all got some interesting
says I show up no matter what. I'm true to the sports world. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll. Y'all know how we get down to start the show with our dope note and cope moments for the show. So, Coach, we'll start with you. What do you have for your dope moment for this week?
Let's see. My dope moment will go to, let me see, I just had it and it just disappeared just that fast. So I'm pulling it back up. My dope moment goes to Becky Hammon, who won her first game as a head coach. She coached the Las Vegas Aces in the WNBA. She won her first game. So big ups to Becky Hammon winning her coaching debut.
Yeah. All right. Red, what are you doping on, sir?
I'm doping on one Desmond Ritter for the Falcons. Hey, this kid is coming to the NFL talking a lot of big talk. I mean, I just hope you can live up to it, Desmond. But if you do, that'll be so dope for my Falcons. You say that the NFL made a mistake. You say you're not going to leave here until you win the Super Bowl. Okay, man. I'm going to see, man. I'm going to see. But I like that confidence. I sure like them championship thoughts coming into my team. So dope for now. We're going to see if you're going to live up to them. I'm going to see if you're going to stay in the film room. But dope for now. I like that confidence coming in. I like that swag.
Oh, yeah. All right. I wish I would have seen some of that swag against some of the top teams in college football. So I'm a little hesitant with his little swag, but we'll see what happens. I got to do a little homer pick today. I'm going to dope on Joel Embiid, taking one for the team, coming in, putting on the mask, showing Ben Simmons how you play in the midst of adversity. Joel Embiid comes in, wills his team to victory. Didn't have one of his greatest nights, but just his presence opened up things for his teammates. And Philadelphia gets on the board, having their first victory in this series. So big ups to Joel Embiid.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Red, what are you noping on, sir?
I'm noping on one Kyrie Irving. Earlier, Kyrie Irving said he lives the life of a martyr. Kyrie, really? You live the life of a martyr, Mr. Flat Earth? Do me a favor, Kyrie. Go on the internet and type in the word Earth and look at the picture and tell me what you see. And then come back and tell me what life of a martyr you live. Mr. I'm not going to take the vaccine because I'm worried about putting something in my body. Oh, but I'm going to not beat up for my team, but I'm living the life of a martyr. Dude, I really wish I could tell you what I really think of you, but no, Kyrie. No, you're not living the life of a martyr. And no, you're not as intelligent as you really think you are. Done.
No! No! No!
All right. I am noping on Braves pitcher Charlie Morton. He has gotten off to another very, very slow start. Seems like he can't find the strike zone early in the games. And his 1-3 record with his 6.85 ERA is one of the causes why the Braves off to a very, very, very slow start. And I know we have the Braves report later, but if the Braves don't pick it up, I don't know if the Mets are going to be in for their iconic fall this year because they seem to be operating on all cylinders. But we'll see what happens with Charlie Morton. Get your pitching life together. The Braves need you, brother.
Oh, come on!
Coach, what are you noping on?
My note moment goes to the WNBA and the Indiana Fever. You make history the other day, a couple weeks ago, by drafting the first HBCU woman, Amisha Williams-Holiday, to your team. Then you cut her. I'm like, okay, I know she didn't deserve to stay just because she was an HBCU player, but she still played well in the tryouts. But you cut her, and you all are cutting players. You cut the Rookie of the Year last year. This year, WNBA, what is going on with you all? You all don't know who can play, or you don't have enough money, which is, again, there comes that money again. You cutting people that played well last year. How are you going to cut the Rookie of the Year last year from the team? It's just amazing. But WNBA, I don't know what you're doing, but you got to get your stuff together. You may need to expand or something. I don't know.
Yeah, boo. I wish I could throw tomatoes and lettuce and all kind of stuff at the WNBA.
Well, we're going to stay in the same WNBA vein as I'm coping on the WNBA, starting another season that the majority of sports fans will ignore for the entire year. They started their 26th season this week. Not too much fanfare. ESPN is trying its best to drum up some support and some people to get excited about it, but it just ain't happening. And it's going to be another season that the NBA will help bail out the WNBA that won't make too much money this year. Coach, what are you coping on, sir?
My coat moment goes to the Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball, unfortunately, you got to cope with some of the worst officiating in sports right now. You're struggling. These umpires are missing calls left and right, having to apologize for missing calls, and then just flat out miss them. They keep talking about robot umpires. Really? Robot umpires in a sport? Y'all are that bad? Obviously, you're looking like it because it has been just documented about the terrible calls. So, Major League Baseball, I guess you got to cope with the terrible umpires, or you got to train them better. Something.
All right. Red, what are you coping on in this section?
I'm coping with our usual NFL fans draft day hangover again. Oh, once again, we get so excited, months and months, weeks and weeks leading up to the draft. Finally find out who all our teams have picked, and now back to being bored again because we got to wait another few months to see these guys actually on the field and actually trying to do something to help our team win games. Like I say, it's a fun process. We go through it every year. It's just, we got to wait to see what Drake London gonna do. We got to wait to see what Ritter gonna do. Coach got to wait to see what and what's that quarterback you took, Coach, Mr. Small Hands? You got to wait to see what Mr. Small Hands going to do. Rev got to wait to see if Pat Mahomes going to let him down again. Just got to back into the waiting process for the NFL again. It was fun for the draft weeks, but now it's back to more waiting again, waiting and speculating until training camp begins, until we see some action with the preseason. So another draft day hangover that us NFL football fans have to cope with. Play the music, Rev.
Game over, man. It's game over.
There you go.
All right, that's the one you wanted. All right,
Yeah.
Cool. There we go, man. All right, Revenite Nation, you all can dope, nope, and cope as well. Feel free to let us know your dope, nope, and cope moments if you haven't already done so. We're coming to you now with your dope, nope, and copes. Let's see what Revenate Nation got for us. Let me see real quickly. We got quite a few folk chiming in. Dope. Thomas Holcomb giving Black manager Dusty Baker some love. Got his 2000s victory as a manager. Cool. Brother Armstrong, what's up, good people? What's up with you? Did he say that? Sister Brick is doping on Joel Embiid. Kelly Nicole, I'm sorry, doping on HBCU players being signed in the NFL. Miss Williams, good morning to you. Glad to have you. and I knew this was coming. Dope how Tyrese Maxey took over the last two games in full court. LeBron James needs to be concerned because he's lost his biggest fan. Tyrese Maxey has hijacked Sister Sylvia Harris. She now is on the Tyrese Maxey train.
Yep.
She lives in Pennsylvania now. Tyrese Maxey went to Kentucky. And I'm telling you, if you read her Facebook post, it's all about Tyrese Maxey. LeBron, you've been fired, brother. All right. Ben Simmons, note moment. Tiger Woods almost loses his life leg and manages to come back to play the Masters. Ben still won't take a shot on any front. He just had back surgery this past week. Kelly Nicole said, yes, Charlie has declined badly. It's sad. It is sad. What? Lord help Kyrie. Yes, coach, I'm so mad about that. They are cutting veterans too. They cut T. Cooper. What's up, Joe Black over there on YouTube? Joe Black, Dope Hawks ownership not standing pat after a disappointed season. That's to be determined. Talk is great. Want to see some action. Moving forward, Brother Thomas, the president, dear Atlanta sports teams, do not draft any players whose name could be associated with the word ICE. It ain't working out. Sister Kelly Nicole, people can't get excited about them if they're cutting high-level players, especially players that garner a lot of attention. Maurice Throw is coping on baseball umpires and basketball refs. They need to be held accountable for their bad calls. Joe Black, noping on Ryan Tannehill, saying it's not his job to be a mentor, rather. Yet it's your job to be a good teammate. We'll get to that in just a second. He's coping on one of the best Jaguars games will be in London.
Oh, Lord.
Nope. Getting reported again.
Facebook jail.
Oh, man. And LeBron is still my son. So now she got grandchildren. Okay, gotcha. Grandchildren in the sports world. All right.
Really, you got a lot of brothers now.
I need to tell Tyrese Maxey, who's your daddy, LeBron? Joe Black. Also note Drake London wearing DL chain in Atlanta. And what's going on with the Kentucky Derby. When you find out, Sister Williams, let me know. All I know is some nice clothes are being worn there. That's about the best coverage I can give you.
Oh, something. I thought something happened.
I don't know. I know. I have a cousin there who's at the Derby. Matter of fact,
is this weekend?
Yes, this weekend.
Okay. I get so lost with those horse racing dates. I mean, I think a lot of them take place in the summertime. Okay, so the Kentucky Derby is in May. Now, has one already been? Has the Preakness or the Belmont been had?
I don't think those have been had yet.
Okay, so Kentucky is the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
LeBron is Reb's brother. It's a lot of horsing around up there.
Here you go.
All right, Red, since you want to bring this up, we're going to move forward. All right, man. We had half of the draft done when we were on our show, and then rounds 4 through 7 took place on last Saturday. I'm not going to give any grades, but we know that Red is a huge Atlanta Falcons fan. Coach is a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Revenite Nation, if you have a team that you're a huge fan of, feel free to give your team's draft grade and tell us why you're giving your team that draft grade. So I'm going to start with Red since he has his Falcons hat on. What's the grade, final grade for the Atlanta Falcons? Because I think last week, the first 3 rounds, you gave them a C or something around there.
Yeah.
What do you give them now?
After looking at the picks in total, after the calming down, because I was a little emotional last week. After calming down and actually looking at all of the picks and in total, analyzing our needs, see what we were thinking pretty much. I have given the Falcons a grade of a B-. B-. We took 5 offensive players. We took 3 defensive players. Took 2 UGA players. Good job, Falcons. Like I say, we got got another receiver. We got a running back. We got another offensive lineman. Got another tight end. Let's see. I'm missing what other position we drafted on the offensive. But we did, like I say, and on defense, we got another pass rusher. We got a linebacker. The linebacker who I've questioned very severely last week. But like I say, everybody keep telling me this guy is the truth. Well, let me tell you, if these two defensive picks pan out, the pass rusher from Penn State and the linebacker from, I'm not gonna mention the school again. I dogged it out enough last week, but you know where he come from. If those two picks pan out, then this Falcon draft, in the end, I mean, in the long run, would turn out to be better than the B minus, because people keep telling me these two defensive guys are sleepers. Oh, can't be missed. They're gonna be the steal. We're gonna see if they're gonna be the steals of the draft. I swear, because I'm gonna be watching those guys profusely, watching them hard. And if they don't give us anything, I'm gonna be dogging all of you guys who, especially that linebacker we took when we could have got Buddy from UGA. Yeah, I know he's gonna be hurt, but hey, it's about investing. When you drafting that late, it's about investments. Now, in the long run, is that guy from you know where gonna be better than Nakobe Dean? Well, we're gonna see. If Nakobe Dean turned out to be better than that linebacker we drafted in the second round, a lot of you Falcon fans gonna have to answer to me. I promise you that. Because so many of you guys have endorsed this linebacker from you know where. So we're gonna see. The one from Penn State, he might do a little something. I'm gonna see. Like I say, I just never put any stock in Falcons defensive draft picks. I told you, the Falcons defensive draft pick scouts have not impressed me for years. Offensive wise, I think we're gonna be a little better. I think, like I say, we got an offensive head coach who's offensive minded. He know the type of offense he want to build, so he know the type of players that fits his scheme. I think he got some players that fit his scheme. I think Drake London with Pitts, with Patterson, you add that running back from BYU who might be another steal. You put all that together with the right coaching, and the Falcons offense might be on the way back to respectfulness, you know? So that's the key right there. Will the Falcons offense reach those heights again and start scoring consistently? That's the key. That's the key that's getting us back on track. We already know I have no faith in the defense. Even if our defense improve, it ain't going to be no top 10, top 5 defense to carry the team. We are carried by offense. Offense is the strength, and offense is how we're going to win games.
All right, before I go to Coach who's not paying attention.
Thank you, Coach, for ignoring me.
Yeah.
Brother I heard everything. I'll just read the article.
Brother Armstrong says, great draft for Carolina because we drafted a QB, and that means Sam Darnold won't be the QB much longer. A++++ for that reason alone. Wow. Show us how you really feel about one Sam Darnold. All right. Thank you for chiming in. Anybody else, feel free to put in your favorite team's draft grade. Coach, tell us why you're giving the Steelers an A+.
There's no A+. No, sir. Not for the last day. It's going to be more like I'll say a B- C+, because I'm looking at some that might turn out good and might turn out bad. We drafted a quarterback in the 7th round, and I first said, "What? A quarterback? I don't need another quarterback." But then I thought Mason Rudolph might be gone, and then I said, "Yes." I started smiling again. Mason Rudolph might be gone out of Pittsburgh. Good for him. Now they got a young dude now I'm looking at, and everybody talking about him from Memphis, 5'7", but they say he run a 4.2. So they say he wanted to he worked that boy Sauce Gardner, is supposed to be the best cornerback that got picked. So he worked him like a drum. So I'm gonna see if he's gonna be used. And then the pick that everybody's talking about, Connor Hayward, brother of our lineman Cameron Hayward. They picked him, and then first thing everybody said, what do we need with another fullback? We got Derek Watt. I said, well, y'all know Pittsburgh is about family. So they added him in, and they say he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. He can play tight end, be on special teams, fullback. So that's a wait and see pick. That one there, I want to see how they use him. And if they get rid of Derek Watt, I don't think they will, but wait and see. So, but that quarterback pick, I was curious about that, but I'll see how that works. So I said, see, maybe for the last day.
All right.
Wait a minute. Now, Cam Hayward's brother, Pittsburgh drafted Cam Hayward's brother?
Yep.
Yes, they did.
I could have swore I heard him say last week he didn't want his brother drafted by the Steelers, and now
No,
they drafted.
he didn't say that. No, he
I,
went. He was.
I thought that, I remember they was doing an interview with him, and I thought he had said that he kind of wanted his brother to form his own path. Now I could be wrong now, but I thought I heard him on the interview say he wanted his brother to form his own path. So he's happy about his brother coming to the Steelers.
One interview I saw, he was happy that he's going to be able to haze his brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Carrying all his suitcases and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Man, please. Somebody else got to haze me. I'm like, man, I don't want my brother hazing me. But Cam is a leader there, so ain't nobody going to step up and stand up to him anyway. So, sorry, little brother. You went to the wrong team. Your brother is ace number 1 over there. So, you're going to get hazed by him and everybody else.
All right. Sister Dana Brickus is chiming in. She's an Eagles fan.
Oh, she active today.
With the moves they made, Jordan Davis, Kobe Dean, A.J. Brown, younger players absolutely needed. Hoping my young Pete QB can continue to improve. I can't wait. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith will be fun to watch. I give Howie and the crew an A compared to previous draft picks. So the Eagles gets an A. I think I will say this, not to throw any rain on your parade. You'll be looking for a QB next year in next year's draft. Jalen Hurts is not dangerous.
I tell you what, though, if he can't get it done with this team he got, because he got some weapons now. If he's struggling this year, you're right, Rev. They definitely will be looking for a QB. Sorry, Miss Dana. If Jalen struggles with this team, they will definitely be looking for a QB next year.
Don't be surprised if AJ and Dante are like, well, we got to get this kid up out of here. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a good kid. He's a good kid. let me start off with that. He's a good kid. But he is who he is, man. I mean, he had a good run at Alabama, and then one half of football just made him no longer needed in where do they play? In Alabama.
Alabama.
Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa.
And then, Oklahoma had a, credible run, but he could not continue the trend. They had just had Baker Mayfield, who was Heisman Trophy. Then you had the little man in Phoenix, Kyler Murray, who had just won the Heisman Trophy. Then, Jalen could not live up to his predecessors. He's just not an NFL quarterback. I just called that last year when I saw it. Y'all can give him 2 seasons, 3 more seasons. He's still not going to be a starting quarterback. And Philadelphia is putting together a real good squad. I definitely like the draft that they had. They got some Georgia dogs, real dogs, Georgia dogs. I just can't see. Yeah, I read your post, Sister Brickers. I'm just gonna say, don't be like Jesse Jackson. Don't keep hope alive.
Oh, no.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. All right, Miss Williams saying, Reds, what's your feelings about Desmond Ridder?
Uh-oh.
Oh, she must have missed my dope moment.
He likes the swag. He likes.
Yeah. I like the pick. It's a third round pick, Miss Williams. So trust me, Arthur Smith's gonna get it. We're gonna get everything we can out of this kid. This kid's worth anything. We'll find out because he's a third round pick. So I mean, we invested, we invested the right amount of time, the right amount of draft picks with him, and I'm pretty sure Arthur Smith's gonna sit down with him, gonna give him every chance to succeed. I mean, why not? I mean, you drafted him in the third round, and I like Rev said, I like the kid. I like his swag. I like his confidence coming in, but he's still gonna have to put in the work. We're gonna get in that film room, get in that playbook, put in the work, and we're gonna have to see it on the field. If we see it on the field, I'm with him. If we don't, I'm not. It's as simple as that. I mean, we can get the job done, but I got positive feelings about Desmond Ridder, mainly because his head coach is on the offensive side of the ball. It's not Dan Quinn coaching. Dan Quinn out drafting a bunch of players and then depending on some little OC that he chose who really don't have no power, no swag, no confidence at all coaching him. This is Arthur Smith coaching this guy for his job, his reputation on the line, his job on the line. He knows this offense don't succeed. He going to be up out of here. So that's why I say any offensive player the Falcons draft is behooving to Arthur Smith to get the most out of him because it's all on him. You the offensive coach. This your team, you the head coach, and this is your offense. No excuses. Bottom line, I like the pick in the 3rd round, Ms. Williams. I got really high hopes for this kid with the weapons we got. Pitts, London, Tyler from BYU. I keep forgetting we still got Patterson. We signed a few free agents in the offseason. Those no-name receivers, they'll probably help out too because, like I say, this is all our head coach is the offensive guy. He'll put these guys in a position he wants to. And if Desmond Ritter, you got to find them. Hit home runs, dollars, get this offense back on track because this is the only way we're going to win. We ain't winning on defense. So all y'all Falcon fans, you can throw that away. Please stop coming on my page.
Red, we're gonna,
sorry, Red.
We're not going to waste any more time on a 3rd round draft pick who hadn't even touched the field. All right,
sorry. You know, I get carried away sometimes.
For that, we didn't plug 10 minutes for that. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the former quarterback.
Sorry, Ms. Williams. I got rolling. Y'all know how I am when I get rolling.
We're not gonna sit up here and waste time on a 3rd round draft pick who hadn't taken a snap yet. A meaningful snap.
Real. That's why I say. That's why I wish the games were soon because we gotta sit here and speculate for the next few months about Desmond Ritter.
Yeah. All right, we'll let him talk about all he wants to talk. We'll see it on the field at some point. We'll give him 10 minutes on the show if he shows out, but not anymore time today. All right, moving on. We heard some information from the Falcons' past quarterback who is no longer in Atlanta.
I thought that was going to be a 5 for 5.
Here we go. Look what he says. If the Falcons hadn't pursued Deshaun Watson, pretty good chance I'll still be there. Those are the infamous words of one Matt Ryan. I'm going to start with you, Coach, because I know Red probably has a lot more to say than you on this side. What are your thoughts about what one Matthew Ryan had to say?
Hey, Red, what does Kentucky Fried Chicken serve?
Chicken.
That's what it sounds like. If they hadn't pursued him, you mean tell me, as good as you claim to be, you couldn't beat him? You don't think you could have beat him out and made him a high price backup? Oh, you would have been the high price backup, Matt Ryan. There we go. So now you saying, they didn't get him. So you're ready to leave anyway. You coward, you're ready to leave anyway. Don't talk about if they hadn't pursued Deshaun Watson. You're ready to go anyway. You better win in Indianapolis, dog. They gonna come for you. They're gonna destroy you. You don't win in Indianapolis. You got a line. You got all this running back. You got this and that. Yeah, now let's see if you're going to win. I can't wait till we play, y'all. We're going to bust you up, partner.
Red, your thoughts on Matt Ryan's comments?
I'm laughing at Coach. I mean, Coach, you can just do all the talking for me. I hope you do bust them up. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see the faces on all these Falcon fans who said he was going to succeed up there. I can't wait to hear their excuses when he get busted up too. But my thoughts on it, look, it's over with, man. Okay, you talking about if the Falcons had went after Deshaun Watson? Well, maybe if you hadn't lost for 4 straight seasons, we wouldn't have had a reason to go after Deshaun Watson. What are you talking about, man? Talking about if we didn't go after Deshaun Watson, and it's not like we went after him and got him. We didn't even get him. So if you really wanted to be here, you could have still been here. So spare me, okay? Spare me the BS, okay? The reason you not here as the quarterback because you felt you were betrayed because we went after Deshaun Watson. Well, I felt betrayed. A lot of Falcon fans felt betrayed for this crap you put on the football field the last 4 seasons. Not about the last 4 seasons. How about since the last time we was in the Super Bowl? Matter of fact, how about since the second half of the Super Bowl 51? That crap you put on this field has been a betrayal to us. How about that? If you hadn't put that crap on the field, you don't put on the field since the second half of Super Bowl 51, we wouldn't have had to go after Deshaun Watson. You sorry old ringlets, wannabe elite fool. Oh, sorry, y'all. But, man, you are trash, dog, okay? You were trash down here for 14 seasons, and you're going to be trash up in Indiana for 1 season. 1 year, Maddie, that's all you get up in Indy, dog. It ain't going to be no couple of years. Well, you know, guys, we're trying to win. We'll come back next year and see what we get. Ain't going to be no next year with you. It's going to be this year, Matt. 1 year and 1 year only to prove it to the Indy fans. And I don't think you can do it. You couldn't do it the last 4 years for us, and you can't do it with them. Talking about you would still be here. No, you wouldn't, because I wouldn't want you here. I'll be doing everything to get you up out of here. We are glad you are gone, dog. Do you know how good it feels to have some fresh QB on the horizon and Desmond Ridder? I can't wait to get started with this young kid. So glad we ain't coming back with you again doing the insane thing. What's the definition of insanity? Keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, that's what would happen if we had brought you back. Keep doing it over and over and over again, knowing we ain't making no playoffs. We ain't winning no Super Bowls. Not with Matt Ryan as quarterback. Please, don't let these delusional Falcon fans fool you. Falcons won't ever winning nothing with Matt Ryan. He proved himself the first few years was here. He proved himself in the Super Bowl. He ain't no winner. He ain't nothing but a company man who takes orders. That's it. He don't take control. If he had took control, we have one of these right now. So, Matt Ryan, save it, man. Just shut up about the Falcons and do your talking in Indy. And when you lose up there, I can't wait to see what the Indy fans say about you too. Thank you, Matt Ryan. See you later, and thanks for nothing.
that was a good that was a good rant. I love it. I mean, Matt Ryan just in his feelings, man, and the Falcons very much in the right to try to pursue somebody who can make a difference for his team, making the money that he's making, because all Matt Ryan was doing was making it rain with the Falcons' money, and they were not getting a good return. Every year, that man made $30 million per. The Falcons didn't come close to making the playoffs. And Red, I don't want to say I'm a football prophet, but I was the first one, if memory serves you correctly. Remember, we were debating this way back when. I told you Falcons made a mistake when they paid that man all that money. And I'm so glad I turned out not to be
make the playoffs one time,
but a true sayer, because once he started making that money, it was just downhill from there. And then you got these delusional Falcons fans. He doesn't have any help. Well, he took a contract based on he's the person that's going to offset the help that the Falcons need. You can't pay a quarterback $30, $40 million and then say we need a line and then say we need more skills players. It's a salary cap driven league. So
he had help though. I'm saying he had enough help. His line, folk acting like he got the worst line in the league. His line is solid. It's not the best, but it ain't the worst.
Well, he made it the worst because he can't move.
Exactly. His play makes the line look worse than it is, real.
Because he has no escapability. He's not fast. He's not accurate. Can't throw the long ball. So the safeties don't have to play deep. They can play underneath, and they can, cut all the little routes inside 10 yards and 15 yards because
the mid-range routes.
The mid-range routes because he can't throw the deep ball.
Exactly. It ain't like you gotta sit nobody deep. So you said somebody deep. It'll be like a center fielder. It'll be like a center fielder playing deep when a rookie come up the bat. Like, man, come in. You ain't got that much power.
Exactly. Or the DB when Matt Ryan throws the ball deep, be like a receiver catching the ball off a punt. Fair catch, just coming.
Matt Ryan, you should have paid attention to Lars Ben Roethlisberger, who had one of the worst lines in the league and still made the playoffs and still went 9-7.
That's what I'm saying. And Matt Ryan, we got a solid left tackle in Jake Matthews. We got one of the best young guards in Chris Lindstrom, the right guard. The left tackle need work. I think the inside guard, they not as They're not as good, but look, the line is solid. It was solid enough for him to make some plays last year. And see, this is what I don't like, Real. When Matt Ryan have a good game, when he out there balling and have a good game, you don't never hear about the line. You don't never hear about the deep. You don't never hear about the flaws of the Falcons when those few games Matt Ryan show out. But boy, when Matt Ryan loses, it's everybody on the team except Matt Ryan. Please, now, who these folks think? They think I just started watching football. I've been watching football since 1987. I know a trash quarterback when I see one. I know when a quarterback can help a team and when he can't help a team anymore. Matt Ryan could no longer help the Falcons. And you delusional fans just need that. Well, you have accepted it because he ain't here no more.
So Red started watching football 87. I started watching football, let's say 84. Coach, you started watching football when?
I ain't even bothered with the setup. No, sir. You're not going to set me up.
I'm just messing with you, Coach. Even though we know it's probably around 57. Around 57. You start watching.
What do you say? Leatherheads?
I'll be 57. I'll be 57 this year.
I know it. I'm just messing with you, Coach.
Yeah,
He was watching when Jim Brown was playing.
We hadn't gotten an old joke in a while. I see you have an advocate, Coach. Sister Brick. Don't let me do that.
They do it all the time. That's okay. They do it all the time.
All right, let's go to the other QB who has some comments. There it is. Here's the comment. It's not my job to mentor rookie quarterback Malik Willis. That is the comment from the starting quarterback as of today of the Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill. Coach, we'll start with you this time. Your thoughts?
Surprisingly, I agree with him. I agree with him saying that it's not his job. But Ryan Tannehill, it's your job to show him how to be an NFL quarterback, which obviously you scared to do because you know he coming to take your position. You can at least show him how to be an NFL player. You don't have to go mentor him and do that, but you can at least give him some tips on how to be an NFL player. And he gonna put a caveat in and talking about, I text him after he got drafted. Man, please. Man, you text him. What, you ask him out on a date? No. Your job to be an NFL quarterback and show him how to do it with your 75 interceptions every year. You don't have to. He don't need you. He gonna learn from somebody else other than you.
So, Coach, help me out now. You said it's not his job to mentor him, but it's his job to help him. Help me understand the difference.
Well, what I'm saying is his job. He don't have to personally put him under his wing and show him. He just needs to show him how to be an NFL quarterback.
That's mentorship, though, right?
Huh?
That's mentorship.
Not really. If he just goes out there and does what he does, he don't have to be around me and stop and say, "Now that's how you do this. Now that's how you do that." No, he can just do what he does. Now, if Malik watch him, he's not gonna be an NFL quarterback for long. He's gonna be on the shelf looking for another job with his 75 interceptions. He can't show him nothing.
Okay. All right, Red. Your thoughts on Tannehill's comment?
Man, Coach tickling me, man, with this. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm with Coach. I mean, look, yeah. Bottom line, dude, I don't like when quarterbacks say stuff like this. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. We know eventually the younger guy is going to take over the team. But just to come out publicly and say this, it just sound rude. It sounds like you're not, being a team player. It just don't sound right, even though we all know you guys don't. It's not like we know they're not paying you to be a babysitter. Like Coach said, we know that, okay? But yeah, it's okay to pay it forward. It's okay to, yes, teach Malik something. Just show him the deal. This is how you perform. This is how you act as an NFL QB. It is no problem mentoring these guys, even though, yeah, you know they're going to take your job in the future. But look, if you're confident in your skills, there should be no problem with you mentoring a young kid and beginning bringing him in, showing him the ropes. Because remember now, if anything happened to you, is this kid is going to take over. So what, you don't care about the team now? So if this kid go out and, well, that's right. Because yeah, of course they want the kid to go out and suck, so the team will be more reliant on them. What am I talking about? Of course they don't want to help him out. I get it now, but still, I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. I don't think these quarterbacks should say it publicly, even though we know that's how they feeling. Yes, I think you should show these kids how to do things. You should properly show them how to become professional NFL quarterbacks. Now, one thing I get is I say about Matt Ryan now, I don't think he would have ever said nothing like this. I think he would show a young kid around. I think Matt Ryan would mentor a young kid around. I mean, even if he thought the kid was going to take his job, I think he would try to mentor a young kid around, at least show him how to be a professional QB. You don't got to say, do everything I do, but just look, watch my example. Lead by example. If I be there in the morning, you be there in the morning. When I leave at night, you leave at night. You just follow my lead and you're going to be good, okay? Look, the team gonna play who playing the best anyway, okay? So it don't really matter. The team is gonna play who they want to play. But for you to say I'm not gonna mentor a young guy in my position, I think that's selfish. I think that's wrong, and I think that's a liability and a deterrent to the team as a whole. Because if anything happened to you, it's that kid that's gonna have to come in and play. And if they not prepared, it's gonna look bad for the team.
Sometimes being a NFL quarterback is like being a pastor. There's certain things you may want to say that you shouldn't say. Like, don't get it twisted. Every pastor doesn't like every member of their church. I'm not speaking directly to anybody at my church, but I'm just speaking generally.
Yeah, Reverend, are you throwing some confessions out here?
I'm just being honest across the board. That's just like every member doesn't like the pastor, right? I mean, that's just
yeah. You're right about that.
So, I may not care for a member per se, but I don't need to say that. And I need to keep it in my mind and govern myself accordingly.
Yeah.
Red, we're going to take you off real quickly. We'll let him take care of that tissue. But the same thing with the quarterback. You may not need to say everything that you're thinking. You understand what I'm saying? Because the reality is you're the pastor of the football team as the starting quarterback. And you need to make sure that you're pulling at least publicly for every person on your team.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to make that be, because then what happens is it's like you're creating an environment for other players on the team not to mentor persons who are playing their same position. That's just like the starting linebacker who may have been there for 5 years and doesn't mentor the new rookie linebacker.
Yeah.
Tannehill not mentoring Willis. Why do I need to mentor the other guy? And at the end of the day, that's how teams get stronger, through mentorship. You got to have coaches who are also players. And then the last thing, as I get ready to close this particular,
I like it. The pastoral coming out.
Tannehill is actually messing himself up long term. We know that he did not have the best time in Miami. He got a second chance. We see that he has continuously fallen short as the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans, who for 2 years had some really good seasons. So obviously, by drafting Malik Willis, who was one of the top QBs in this year's draft, they're saying to Tannehill, long term, you're not the answer. So what does that mean? Tannehill will probably have to wind up on somebody else's roster. What do teams do when quarterbacks are coming to the end of their careers? They oftentimes will get a veteran quarterback to bring them into the QB room to do what? Help mentor a younger quarterback. So with him saying what he said verbally, he's messing himself up long term, because if you couldn't do it when you were the man, I can't count on you when you're about to be out of the league. So he may have hurt himself long term by saying what he should not have said publicly. That's virtually what's going on with Matt Ryan, no doubt about it. All right, now the teacher, Sister Williams, says this: a period of time, a mentorship, a period of time during which a person receives guidance. Another word for guidance is help, according to thesaurus.com. All right. Thank you for the pinpoint definition, Miss Williams. Brother Case, you're always trying to be devil's advocate.
No.
There's always room for a different perspective that makes sense on this show.
Yeah.
Not just for the sake of being different, but for the sake of a good take. Feel free. If you have another perspective, feel free to share it.
Yeah, you got to share your perspective instead, because now I feel like, well, what type of perspective is different? Yeah, I want to hear your perspective on this, Jerome. Don't be so vague, brother.
Rev, you're going to learn to like Sister Jackson. It's okay. You're going to learn to like her. That was a good one there.
All right, Jerome, we're going to give you 1 minute because you're infringing upon halftime of the Red Red Sports Show.
Oh, man, halftime already? Hey, they show it moving quickly.
We'll get his comment if he has one on the other side. You know, Jerome might have just been posting just to be posting, but we'll see. All right. He says there's only one QB. Other players are rotated all the time.
Huh? One QB on each team? Okay. So if he gets hurt.
So I'm gonna try to interpret this. I'm gonna try to interpret this.
Go ahead, Real.
Well, I think what he's saying is because the quarterback is the only position that has one player who primarily plays it. Okay, maybe the starting QB has to touch the ball all the time.
On offense, yeah.
I was saying you can still give Willis reps in practice. We ain't saying he got to play in the game, but yeah, it's one starting QB. That's Tannehill. Nobody is thinking Malik is gonna play or start this year. Nobody thinking he's ready to step in and take Tannehill's job. So this is still Tannehill's team, but you can still prepare this young kid. You can still guide him along and get him ready for when it's his turn to eventually play. Because his turn to eventually play will be soon. Maybe not this year, but next year, the year after. Because like you say, go ahead, Red.
I'm glad he came back with that because those are some incomplete thoughts. I was hoping a little bit for more information that could help us see his perspective. But feel free to email it.
Then he says, never mind. I'm not typing all of my thoughts. What the?
Right now, you're not stating your case.
Yeah, you can't type your thoughts or state your case.
No,
police in court, Jerome.
Yeah, all right. I would love for you, man. Feel free to post your entire thoughts on our page, man, because I would love for you. I would love Sister Brickers wasn't impressed, Jerome.
I don't type that fast. Now you got excuses. You typing these excuses that fast.
Case closed.
For real, man. Your case is closed with contempt of court. Why did you even interrupt us, Jerome? It's halftime, Real. What we supposed to be at halftime a minute ago?
That's where we're going, man. It's halftime of the Red and Red Sports Show, man. Case closed, bro. Thank y'all so much for watching the first half of the Red and Red Sports Show. We had a little football talk. We got a little bit more football talk. We got a lot of basketball talk coming. So get ready to hang out with your boy, Red Red. Hey, Coach. They always say the top train has been derailed. All right, man. It's halftime. We'll be back.
They killing Jerome.
We'll be back.
Oh my God, help us, please.
We'll be back. Oh man.
Boy, you looking nice.
All right, we're back for the second half of the Red and Red Sports Show. My co-hosts are getting themselves ready. I think Red is ready. He's back in the house, and I think Coach is ready. We had to recover from that bad case of sports talk.
No pun intended.
Uh-oh, Thomas strikes again.
What'd he say? Definitely was the case.
Oh boy.
Oh man. All right, man. Boy, Jerome, man, you go get it for the rest of this show. You better be glad Vincent Woodruff is not here either. Boy.
Oh boy. Ooh.
President and the VP on this, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. All right, let's get ready for Red to give us his Braves report.
Braves report time.
Braves report time. All right, that's enough for a team that's under 500.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause I got some things to say.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Braves started out the weekend a little positive, but boy, did we come back to reality. Now, I guess this is what we're going to be fighting, this uphill battle in the beginning of the season. This inconsistency, and it's definitely with the inconsistent pitching that we getting. I mean, like Rev mentioned earlier, Charlie Moore, man, dude, what? I see that injury you got in the World Series has affected your next season, man. Because what, you are giving us nothing. I mean, what? 1-3 ERA over 6. That is not gonna get it done, man. I'm sorry, that is not acceptable, man. Okay, now I know how the Braves are. We start off slow. I'm really not too concerned, but I'm a little concerned because I mean, you can't win a division early, but you can lose it early. I mean, we're already 7 games back. I mean, Braves got to step it up. You have got to get this pitching staff corrected and back on track. I'll say now. I said at the beginning of the season we were probably gonna have to make a trade for a starting pitcher, and now I can almost guarantee Braves gonna have to make a trade for a starting pitcher. Okay, we're not really sure what Soroka's gonna do. Like I said, right now we would Fried, Wright, and Ian Anderson. Those guys not pitching. I'm kind of worried about that day's game right there. And even Wright, he lost a 3-0 start the day because the bats won the live. So it's either the pitching or the bats, but mostly it's been the pitching right now. The bullpen has been somewhat solid. You had a bad game last night, but you've been somewhat solid. But this starting pitching has got to step up. Now, Braves doing that bullpen crap again. Why don't we ever have enough starting pitching to where we ain't got to have a bullpen game? I just don't understand how we can go into games and don't have a starter ready for each game. This bullpen, this opener crap, I'm done with it. I'm past it. We need to have a starter for each game. Now, the bats, the offense, it seems like that's about to get turned on. The weather's getting warmer, so I can see our bats about to get turned on. But it's not gonna matter if we don't get this starting pitching under control. Now I'm hoping we can get it somewhat. Like I say, it's not Memorial Day yet, so I'm hoping we can get it somewhat under control. We had a 4 games with the Mets this week. We split with them, went 2-2. Should have went 3-1. We had a game with Milwaukee last night. Had it tied early, but one bad inning with, like I say, the Braves and the inconsistent pitching. The bullpen again. Tyler Matson, you're not giving us what you gave us last year again. So, like I say, we just got to get this pitching honed in and back to being balanced and more stable. So, I'm not worried because I know if Alex have to make a trade at the trading deadline, he's already proven he will do whatever it takes to get this team back on the winning track. But so, like I say, these pitchers, these bullpen pitchers, if you want to be here past the trading deadline, I suggest you get it together because we all know Alex will trade your butt right on up out of here if you're not being productive and consistent.
All right, Coach, you got anything to add before we go to the next subject?
No, he hit every point. The Braves are struggling right now. It's going to take a series. They got some winnable games coming up, so it's going to take a good series for them to get back into the thick of things because the Mets actually look like they want to play this year, and they got the arm for it. So we'll see. But it ain't Memorial Day.
It's still early.
It's still early, but the scary thing is Jacob deGrom is not even pitching.
Yeah,
That's the scary. That's the scary thing for the Mets. So, the Braves better get it together.
And they got a good manager too.
Yeah, Buck Showalter. He knows what he's doing.
Didn't the Braves start like this last year?
Yeah, but you can't keep relying on last year, man.
I know.
They can't keep relying on last year. They got to have some consistency. All right, with that being said, let's move on. It's 5 for 5 time. We got 5 on it. Let's do it. This is the part of the show where we give a certain topic. Coach and Red will get 1 minute to share how they feel about that particular topic. Revenite Nation, feel free to share your comments. We'll read your comments. And then after that, I'll share whatever comments I have. And we'll take no more than 5 minutes on the subject matters. All right? Let's get ready to do this 5 for 5. Here we go. First topic on the board. RG3. Possible return. He runs 4.38, and he says that scouts from NFL teams been knocking on his door, calling his phone. What are your thoughts? Red, you're up first. What you got?
It did. Sorry, y'all. Why is he bringing the Falcons up? Had the Falcons been calling his phone? Because, boy, you sure have been saying the Falcons are a possibility. I would love to know if the Falcons been calling his phone. But my thoughts are, RG3, stay right where you at on ESPN in your suit and your tie talking about football. I don't think you need to be playing football, okay? It's been a while. It's been too long. And the guy that you came into the league with, he's out the league, so you might well stay out the league, too. Nobody to compare you to. Andrew Luck is gone, and you might well be gone, too. You're doing pretty good. You're a pretty good football analysis. I don't know why you want to ruin that to come back in and stay on somebody's sideline holding the clipboard. Ain't no starting jobs in the NFL for you. That time is past. That ship is sailed, RG3. I'm telling you the truth. Stay where you at. Don't let I know you went out to the combine and just felt like running, but I think it's over for you, RG3. Stay where you at, buddy. No future for you.
Coach.
This is the same man who came to the draft and analyzed and actually had on Tweety Bird socks. No. You can kill my screen, Rev. No.
That's still no.
Man, you could gave me some more coaches time if you were gonna be that short.
Please.
All right, Sister Brickett says, I think RG3 should allow the league to proceed without a fact.
Sister
Facts.
Dana, you on point today. I know as I just met you, but you on point, my lady.
And Red, you made a great point. He is an excellent broadcaster. If he stays the course, that joker might mess around and be one of the top commentators.
Yeah, I don't know why you want to leave.
Yeah, he speaks well. He gives decent insight. You know, he provides a different type of energy since he's younger. You know, so I think he should just stay on the broadcasting trajectory, and he can make a lot of money. He'll probably wind up making more money doing that than he did playing football. But who knows?
Yeah.
Steve DeBerg. All right, we got a little bit more time. Let me just go back to baseball real quickly. Alexis, I agree with Red. The start pitcher needs to be better. Anthony Corey, question is never if the Braves started like this. It's rather the Mets started off this way. All right, that's cool. That's fair. All right, let's move on. Next topic. Here we go. Magic coming to Denver. Magic coming to Denver. Magic Johnson, for those who don't know, is trying to get on the team, the ownership team, to be a part owner of the Denver Broncos of the National Football League. Red, you're going to start us off on this topic real quickly. Your thoughts, brother, on Magic possibly getting into football. What you got?
I would absolutely love it. I mean, like I say, the NFL needs black owners. I mean, who better than be the first black owner than the Magic Man? I mean, we know he probably won't have any problem growing the capital, getting the capital he needs to get this happening. I mean, to get this done. So I guess bottom line, it probably just come down to the NFL. I mean, will he get enough votes, or do the owners want to vote a guy like Magic in? I mean, he's a respectable African-American businessman. I really don't see you can't do much better than Matt. I mean, as a black man in NFL to start it off, who better than Magic Johnson? I mean, I don't know what type of brother the NFL looking to bring in. He's the type of brother you would want. Somebody affable, somebody genuine, somebody that's charismatic. Guys are well all around respected and liked. I mean, you don't have no problem with the negative press. This is the brother to bring in to own the NFL team. Magic, I'm pulling for you, brother. Make it happen.
Coach.
Maddie probably be a pretty good owner. I would give him credit to be a pretty good owner. But I think he's going against the 19th richest man in the world, in the Walton guy for that owned Walmart. So that's gonna be kind of tough to outbid him. But Magic, being a former athlete, probably could do it. And by the way, Magic, I think you should come here to Atlanta and have like a wealth building seminar, because I need some money. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's pretty clever, Coach. All right, here we go, man. The president says it's a good move, but why can't a group of black billionaires get together? Interesting question. So you want Tyler Perry and Oprah to get together to buy an NFL football team. That'd be interesting. If Jay-Z can't be an owner, Magic won't.
I don't know about that now.
I don't know about that, yeah. Magic has a different pedigree.
Yeah.
Sister Ellie Von Williams, Derek Hugh is recommending him for Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, please go.
The president says, does Magic still have an ownership in the Dodgers? I still believe so.
Yeah. He still own the Dodgers. He can still own the Broncos too.
Well, he's not the primary owner.
Not the primary owner.
Yes, strength in numbers, and Sister Williams says Magic can do it. I think that's actually a good move. Magic is a very clever businessman. He already knows he's iconic in basketball. He's dipping in baseball, get a little bit more dip action in football. That joker is setting himself up, and of course, his family for generations upon generations. So Magic, and the crazy thing about Magic is he's created his empire with way less money than the guys in the NBA are making now. Because when Magic played, like $10 million was like one of the largest contracts towards the end of his career. You know, if you watch what's the name of that series that's coming on HBO right now?
Winning Time.
Yeah, Winning Time. You know, his first contract, he was like trying to push for 800,000 or $1 million or something like that. So imagine if he had the 40 million that some of these players are making. Some of them are making even 50 million.
And can't invest, ain't got no business sense. Saw probably some of the worst businessmen. Ain't gonna even think to be in the realm of Magic when they retire. But Magic doing all this with the little money he made in the NBA. And that's why I don't listen to these athletes when they talking about all this. Look, it don't take much. All you gotta do is invest wisely. The little money you make should be able to set you up for a long time. How do these athletes blow this money? God, it just upsetting to me when I see these athletes blow this money. Just give me a little bit of what they get in their rookie seasons, man. And I just be like, God, and I just hate to hear it. And I promise you, the next story we hear about an athlete blowing some money, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to dog his butt out just like he deserved to be dogged out.
Coach, you got something to say before we shift gears?
Yeah, Magic actually took $50 million of his own money and invested it in the Dodgers when they were trying to buy him. And that helped him out. So he's done some investments along the way to get some capital to be able to do things like this.
But he's smart. He invests wisely. He researches, he studies what he invests. He just don't invest in anything. He's got some good financial team behind him. He just, like I say. What'd you say, Real?
15 seconds.
Oh, like I say, I just respect Magic and his business acumen. I would just wish more athletes would adopt the same business acumen and intelligence that he does with his in retirement.
All right, on to the next subject matter, gentlemen. We're talking NIL. Oops. Should have been up here. I'm sorry. NIL. Is it good or bad for college sports? NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. This is a new means of how college sports players are getting paid. We know that once upon a time, this would have been an NCAA infraction rather. And we see the Supreme Court shot that down, and now these players are making a lot of money. College boosters from various schools are getting involved, and it's been said that they are actually determining where players are going to school with the NIL action. Coach, this was your topic. We'll let you go first. Is it good or bad for college sports? What says you, Coach?
It started out as a good idea, but now it's done deteriorated into what you just said. Those boosters who were doing it illegally, now it's legal for them now. So it's bad because how can you compare Texas throwing their budget out of it, doing the NIL, to say HBCU? It ain't gonna hardly be fair. And those kids who may want to go to HBCU instead of trying to go to prepare for the NFL, they going to see how much money they can get right now. They're not waiting for the NFL. They say, oh, yeah, I get there, but I want that money now. This person, they showed a picture of the running back for Alabama in a Lamborghini. Are you serious? A Lamborghini? And I mean, it's not going to be fair right now. It started out as a good idea, pay the players, but now it's deteriorated into highestbidder.com.
Brett.
Man, I guess I'm a little in between right here because, you got all of these non-athletic people, the team presidents, all of these boosters, all of the school people that's getting money off these athletes. But then when it comes for the athlete time, you don't want them to get paid. But then I can see coach's side, well, all money ain't good money. I mean, sometimes things can go overboard. You don't want things to get out of hand. And I can understand that part of it too. But in the end, they just gonna have to figure out a way how to deal with it, because I mean, these young folks are just not gonna let you keep butt raping them. I'm saying they know that they valuable, and they know they need to be getting paid, and they not gonna let. Like I say, you got to respect some of these young folks these days. They're just not gonna sit back and get screwed. I'll just say that.
All right. Let's see what Rev Night Nation has to say. Brother Case is back on the case. Get money. I'm all for it. Athletes are going to school to get paid. Anthony Price. So are players going to school for the school or the money? Yeah, it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Like there's most players are not superstars. So they're going to school for school. Most players are not getting NIL deals. The superstars are. All right. And there are only a handful of superstars in college sports. But most of the kids are going to school for school. So as Red said, it's both, but it just depends on if you're labeled a superstar or just a regular player. Should there be a cap on the amount an athlete can earn?
Yes.
Why you say yes, Coach?
Because I mean, look at your again here. Here you're looking at the unfair advantage that some of the Power Five, like a school like Texas, who got all those oil barons who gonna throw out. They see that cat out all the way in Georgia somewhere. Oh, hey, let's put $10 million in his pocket or whatever. He gonna come to us, as opposed to a school, smaller school, who can say, well, we can give you maybe $1 million, maybe 500,000. Boom. Who not gonna choose 10 million over 500,000? In some cases, a kid might want to go to that school and they don't care about the money, but that's gonna be a rare case.
All right, I'm gonna answer the question by asking the question first. Who is the top college basketball player this year in you all's opinion? Well, Coach, you follow it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm about to say it. I don't forgot that tournament has been so long ago.
You looking at Banchero for Duke? Banchero for Duke?
Banchero, the guy from Kansas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the shooter from Kansas. I forget his name. All right, so this is where I would say it's hard to say put a cap on. Because I'm going to go back a few years. I can't go for a cap when you got somebody like Zion Williams, who was literally the cash cow for the NCAA, where they were actually paying $500 and $600 to watch him play at Cameron Indoor. Nobody was spending that kind of money to watch that kid from Kansas play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like even the NBA right now, like with these max contracts. I can't understand how LeBron is making less money than certain players in the NBA.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because of his value, if you try to go see LeBron play, that ticket is going to be twice as much as it normally is versus somebody else. Like Mike Conley been making 30, 40 million for the past 3 or 4 years. When's the last time you ever heard anybody say, I want to go see Mike Conley play? I'm buying this ticket to go see Mike Conley.
2006.
I don't even think they were saying it then.
I don't even think
Not
Mike
paying.
I
You
mean,
might go get a free game.
The only people that are saying that are his family members. That's about it.
And they don't have to pay.
Exactly. All right. So Jerome says everyone has equal access. No one is promised equal outcome. That's true, but we understand. Yeah, that's true. Coach is hating on some kids getting money to start creating generational wealth. Now he just added magic for somebody.
What?
Uh-oh.
Are you thinking you couldn't make a sentence at first? Now are you thinking, son? Who said I didn't want them to get any money? Not once did you say I didn't want them to get any money. I just said that the playing field might not be equal as opposed to a Texas and an Alabama State, an Alabama and a Southern. The money might not be because they can offer more. I never said they weren't supposed to get money. I'm for getting money.
Yeah, he said he just said he's good. I'll pay toll Soloff. All right.
I don't know. What about high school athletes getting money? I think Mays, I still owe me some money, man. All that work I did on that football field, walking up and down that hill every day. Where's my money, Mays?
They owed you money.
Red? So they owe you some money?
They owed you money to watch you on the bench, Red.
Here we go. No.
Where's the bright
Hey,
kid?
Red,
Bright
I was a very inspirational member of our football team, okay?
kid.
Inspiration.
So
I
inspiration.
bought the team together. That camaraderie that Red bought for that team.
So how much is the value for high school inspiration?
I don't know. Ask Coach Banks. All that kicking and screaming he did.
Oh man. All right. Top
Oh,
dollar,
Lord.
Steve Johnson. No,
Here
no,
we go.
no, sir.
See now, here we go.
Mitch
Hey,
mentioned.
hey, he used to be the highest paid player on the Hawks, believe it or not.
Yeah, I remember. That's why they called him John Contract. Yeah, and he was
Hey,
good.
it's okay, Mitch. It's okay. Red been getting on me since I was in 9th grade, man. It's all right.
You know, Mitch, I got to chime in every now and then. Mitch says in another comment, I'm all for brothers getting the money, but the selfish part of me says the NIL deals are going to ruin college athletics. It's definitely on that road, and they can't stop it. Can't stop it. Person speaking, I can't stand the NIL deals. Ed O'Bannon needs to be slapped with the cack. No, Maurice.
Oh, man. Hey, man.
Maurice, man, you can't tell me that they did not deserve to get paid back when PlayStation, they were using their images.
Yeah.
Kids weren't getting paid. Like you could just put a number and not put their name on it. But we all knew who the bald-headed 31 guy was from UCLA.
Yeah.
That was Ed O'Bannon. I mean,
Even on NCAA football.
Yeah. Come on,
everybody
man.
knew who they were.
Red, you got some more encouragement from one of your fans, your new fan. High school inspiration matters.
Thank you, Miss Dana. Yeah. Hey, I was a very important member of our team. I'm still the most popular member today.
Yeah, I'll agree with Case on that. All of them were robbed. All of them were robbed. Because I remember playing that NCAA game while I was in college. Maurice want to give Ed that agave love. Can you imagine if they had NIL when UNLV was like, oh my goodness, yeah, that would have been crazy. Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon. Oh
and
my
the
God.
Fabs.
Man, they would have been making 30 million.
So what's different than what they were doing now?
But you just said they got it under the table, Red.
Hey, Red, when the last time UNLV been that good? Those guys were getting taken care of.
We ain't heard UNLV come close to making the national championship.
Not since those guys were there. And those guys are living pretty good right now.
You know those golden handshakes?
All right, man. We surpassed our 5 minutes on that topic. Very good. Elmore Spencer would have been raking it in. No doubt. High zone. Elmore Spencer and Uncle Luke was the prototype for the NIL.
But Uncle Luke would have went broke paying them players back then.
Those powerhouse Miami days.
Woo, but Uncle Luke would have went broke.
Yeah, ain't no doubt about it. All right, let's move on, man. It's been mentioned.
Me so horny.
Major moves for the Atlanta Hawks. Is that happening? Red, speak on it.
Well, that's what the owner was saying this week. The owners in the front office. I even saw an article today talking about they trying to get some $136 million man. I didn't get to read the article, so if anybody knows exactly who they were talking about, feel free to share it with us. But I know who they should be talking about. You should be talking about 1, Brandon Ingram, 2, Spider Mitchell, or 3, Karl Anthony Towns. You need another proven all-star scorer. Now, please, Hawks fans, don't waste my time with these little second-tier, non-all-star players that you gonna suggest that we get. Let me tell you something. If it ain't an all-star player, I don't want to hear his name, okay? If it ain't a guy that's proven and that can get his own shot and do his own thing in addition to Trey, I don't want to hear his name, okay? Don't be naming me these little average scrubs that y'all think are good enough to play alongside Trey. I want a proven player. I don't want nobody at all, okay? So we need an all-star here next to Trey, not just the average second.
Coach, you're up.
And the Hawks got to do something because Trey can't continue to try to be the only scorer, the main scorer out there. Those other guys got to get involved, and I think. Oh gosh, no! And I think that they can come up and get one good player. Red already mentioned them. He mentioned some of the players they need to go after. I don't know about Coward Anthony Towns, though. I don't know if you want him because he'll shrink in the playoffs. I don't know if you want to deal with him, but the perfect guy for them probably be Mitchell. Mitchell ready to get out of there because Gobert actually said out of his own mouth that it's going to be him or Mitchell that's going to be leaving. I'm like, Rudy Gobert, you might be gone.
All right. Let's see what Reverend Night Nation got to say before we get back. Breaking news. The Atlanta Hawks are bringing back the Rasmussen. Watch Atlanta sign Westbrook.
If they do that, Travis is out of here.
All right, Red, you should take your advice and use your rant, what you said about Miami Heat, and use that to lure and UFA to Atlanta, unrestricted free agent. And the legendary Al Golden.
Yeah, you going back in the day.
Wow, he going way back.
All these sorry draft picks for us.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the Atlanta Hawks seek to do. What I did read earlier today as I was preparing for the show, that it sounded like they wanted another guy who was a playmaker so that Trae Young could play off the ball. If that's the case, then somebody like Donovan Mitchell is somebody in play because Donovan Mitchell can run the team. Donovan Mitchell can take some of the pressure off Trae. The only problem is I don't think Mitchell is that great of a defender. And we already know Trae Young is already limited in defense. And that's really not a good combination to have two guards who don't play defense, but will score a lot of points. But we'll see what happens. They're going to have to trade either Bonovich or Hurt. And I think now they're coming to realize trading Reddish probably was a mistake because he was one of the few persons that could get off his own shot and create. And they don't really have anybody else to be able to do that.
I have no idea why they did it. I just don't understand.
Zion has got new life with the Pelicans. I think he realizes they got a good situation brewing up there, and I think he's going to try to get in shape to get back with the Pelicans. Can't be that bad. We have pre-slaughter. You call it. Might as well put the landlord in there, Sheldon Williams.
Oh, Lord, the landlock.
Y'all can have James Harden shut. Sorry.
No Jimmy Hart, no beard.
I'll be right back, y'all.
All right. There we
No
go.
beard?
Thank you. All right, let's go on, Coach. You got we'll just do 5 minutes together on this one. This is the last topic. Dillon's foul play against Payton. Everybody knows that was one of the hot stories this past week. We know that Dillon got put out the game very early in the game, ejected. Gary Payton's son, Gary Payton II, breaks his arm trying to break his fall. And now we see that Corey Dillon also is suspended for Game 3. First, Coach, speak on the actual foul, your thoughts on the foul, and then your thoughts on Dillon being suspended for 1 game. Go with it.
Well, first of all, Gary Payton need to learn how to fall. He need to learn how to fall. He wouldn't have hurt his elbow if he learned how to fall. And last time I checked, Dylan Brooks, he must have been watching old Georgia Championship Wrestling, watching them Nikita Koloff clothesline that he used to put on people. Because he clubbed up beside the head big time. He got 1 game, yeah. I knew they weren't going to give me more than one. People are exaggerating because he broke his elbow. But, you know, it was a bad look for Dylan Brooks. He should have let him go ahead and make the layup. I mean, because your attempt to block the shot, you didn't get up that high off the ground. So, yeah, all the way around, I think everything. The only thing I hate is Payton is out, but they talking about Payton might be back in the Golden State, go all the way. So who knows? We'll see.
Red, jump in there. Your thoughts about Dillon's foul play against Payton?
It definitely was it was a dirty play. I don't know what the world Skip Bayless was talking about this week, Lord have mercy, man. But definitely a dirty play. Was it worth a suspension? I mean, do they ever suspend the guy the next game? But I mean, he is suspended, and it's messed up that Payton's gonna be out for a while. But I think Payton will be back. I mean, they say he's gonna be out 2 weeks. Well, Golden State will still be playing in 2 weeks. So chill out, Steve Kerr. Y'all should be still playing in 2 weeks, so this guy can come back and still try to make his imprint in the playoffs. And the only way he won't do that is if y'all get sent home early. So as long as y'all get past Memphis, we'll see Payton again.
I mean, it was clearly a dirty play, man. The way that man's head went to the side shows you the impact of the blow. And then the other thing is he didn't even try to jump real high. He didn't even really try to go after the ball.
No.
Gary Payton's head was the mission. That's clear. It wasn't the ball. It was his head. And, you know, I have broken my wrist before playing basketball. And here's the reality. When you are seeing the floor as your final destination, as you're coming high, after you jumped high and you're seeing the floor, the first instinct is you're trying to break your fall with your hand. As silly as it is, and you don't really realize that you're really putting yourself in more danger until you actually do it. Because I broke my wrist in 8th grade playing basketball, trying to break my fall with my hand. So you don't really think about those things. You're just looking at, I'm about to catch a case. And you're trying to do anything that's just naturally instinctive because, you know, people tell you, try to fall on your shoulder, you know, fall on your back or whatever. At the end of the day, however you fall, it's going to hurt. Now, you may not break anything, but you're going to get hurt, man. So I can't really fault Payton on how he fell, but Corey Dillon was definitely wrong. I'm all for the suspension, and I was listening to NBA radio the other day. Stu Jackson, the former Law and Order guy for the NBA, made a very provocative statement where he said that he wouldn't be surprised if the NBA offices entertain a deal where if a player gets hurt and they get injured where they are out multiple weeks, the person who injured them, especially if it was intentionally, should serve the same amount of time that player is hurt. What are your thoughts about that?
That would definitely be something. And you would definitely be opening Pandora's box. Let's just say that, you know, because there is going to come a time where something unintentional is going to happen. And then you're going to have a player saying, now, wait, I wasn't intentionally trying to hurt the guy. Why am I out a month or a couple of weeks? Or who knows, if it's a real bad injury, why am I out for the season? You see what I'm saying? Or why am I out for the playoffs? And I know my intent was not to hurt a guy, even though, I mean, Dillon, I don't have a hard time proving that. But I'm saying if we catch another case, and then it may be, let's say, a player that doesn't have Dillon Brooks' reputation, a player that has a good reputation, he might just make it. Let's say, I remember a time Vince Carter had an issue when he had a dirty play. And folks were saying, well, if it wasn't for Vince's reputation, some folks might have said that play was dirty. So I'm saying, I understand what you're saying, but are we say, because every time it's a dirty play, it's not going to be a Draymond Green or a Dillon Brooks, you know, people that we can easily see getting suspended for a lengthy time. It might be, you know, say if it's a CP3. Oh, well, no, CP3 don't do some dirty stuff.
To your point, Antonio Daniels on NBA radio, former NBA player, he kind of shut the conversation down. He said, it's all good if Draymond Green is doing it, some role players doing it, but imagine if you start having superstars, you're not sitting out superstars for multiple weeks.
Greek Freak. What if Greek Freak take a hard foul?
Because that's hurting your team's bottom line. And owners might not even go for that long term.
No way. They would have tried to get Shaq out the game a long time ago for that rule.
Yeah. So that was an interesting comment. All right, gentlemen, I got to get ready to check out in a few minutes, so I got to keep this show on the road.
Okay,
real
keep
quick.
moving.
Keep it moving. So let's go to these NBA playoffs, gentlemen. And we know we got 4 series left. 2 of the series have already played 3 games, and the other 2 will play their 3rd games on today. So let's go to the 2 games where you got series 2 games to 1. The Mavericks and Suns played last night. The Mavericks came back, protected home court. They win. The series is 2-1 Suns. Red, what do you think about the Suns? Will they be taking care of business and ending this in 5, or will they extend it a little bit longer?
I think they'll take care of business and end it in 5. Dallas showed up for a Friday night when they fans all in the place. It's Friday night. The weekend is here. Fans are excited. You know, it's do or die in Dallas. Had to show up for that game 3. Or it definitely would have been over. It was a game that Luka had to show up for fans' sake. You know what I'm saying? Just to show that Dallas belong. I understand them getting that game 3, but I think the Suns are gonna win tomorrow, and I think the Suns are gonna win in Phoenix on Tuesday night, and I think it's gonna be over in 5 games. Luka, nice playoff run, but you're still not gonna get as far as Trey did last year. So we'll still be having those questions, Luka. But you are definitely a great player. You're a good player, man. I ain't got no problem with Luka. You probably don't have quite the help you need over there, but you are the man. But you ain't getting past Phoenix. They'll be done in 5.
All right, Red. Thank you for sharing, Coach.
Well, first of all, on a side note, why they didn't highlight Chris Paul's 7 turnovers? I had to sneak that in, but you know what? I'm sick of one player though. They let Luka sometimes get away with murder sometimes, and he one of the most crying players in the game. He's not gonna come out of this. It's gonna be over in 5. The Suns gave him a caveat. Say here's a bone. Chew on this bone, and they're gonna punish him the next 2 games. And the Mavericks going right where they are, going to be every year at home.
All right, I'm going to have to agree. Suns in 5. Also, Devin Booker came back, so he had to get back adjusted to playing, and I'm sure he'll be back in better form come game 4. So I agree with you all that the Suns will take it in 5. Joel Embiid comes. The Heat got cooled down last night as Philadelphia held tight in the Wells Fargo Arena last night. Will the Heat win game 4? And will it be only 5 games in this series, or will this series be extended? Coach, your thoughts?
This one probably go 7 to me, because the Embiid factor, just him coming on the court, messed the Heat up. Didn't mess Jimmy Butler up. He was trying to talk, but still, just Embiid being on the floor without his game. He didn't have all his game there, but he still actually put up some numbers. And to think, Embiid coming out there with a face mask and everything on, actually, didn't he outscore James Harden?
We'll check it out. Keep talking.
I'm trying to see, did he outscore?
I'm looking at it.
Okay, James Harden, you better wake up somewhere along the line, Mr. I'm ready to show what I can do. What do you mean you ready? You should have been ready from the start of the series. You ain't doing. You're not showing up. Max is playing, and you have to rely on other guys off the bench. And Harden out there running around. They done figured out your fadeaway. They done figured out your little drop back. So now you look confused. So if you don't wake up, then the Heat gonna go ahead and end this one. But I think it's gonna go 6, 7.
Who wins? Heat.
I'm still sticking with 7-6. I said at the beginning. I'm gonna stay with them.
So Anthony Price, 20-point game is luck.
Look,
They beat him by 20 points. I don't know about that one. Go ahead, Red.
I'm with Coach. This series is gonna go a little farther than the Dallas and Phoenix series. Embiid had to come back though to make it a series though, but he's back. If Embiid is back and he give us what he gave us last night, if he's back and he's solid, then yeah, this definitely going past 5. I can see 6 or 7 games. Philly, like I said, Philly a one-man team, but that one man is a big man, and he can definitely impact the game. Like you say, they look like a totally different team in the first 2 games. The Heat look like a totally different team when they had to worry about Embiid. Coach is right on the James Harden fact. The Harden, where are you? Where are you? We need to put an APB out. What are you doing? This is not the same James Harden that we saw in Philly. It's like, dude, you're regressing and becoming an old man right before our eyes. And all this talk about picking up your contract extension. Man, please, for what? For this right here? That's what we paying a contract extension for? Philly, you'd be a complete fool to get that clown a contract extension. And if you lucky, he ain't opting into that deal, because I'm sure right now you don't even want to pay him the money he do next year. But as far as this series go, it's definitely gonna go 6. As long as Embiid on that flow, it's not going in 5. It's gonna go at least 6 or 7. And thankfully, Miss Harris' new favorite player, Tyrone Maxey, what's his name? Whatever, Maxey has stepped up and given Embiid a little help, because if it wasn't for him, the Sixers might be going home in 5. But the fact that Maxey and even what's the kid that they signed to that max deal a couple of years ago, the power forward, I can't remember his name. Tobias Harris, even he showed up a little bit yesterday. So if those two guys show up and give Embiid a little something, the Sixers they'll last to get at least game 6. Harden, you're gonna be the next Carmen Santiago.
Red, you better get Sister Harris's grandson name right. It's Tyrese, not Tyrone.
I'm sorry. Tyrese. Okay. I gotta think Tyrese Fast and Furious when talking about Maxey.
As long as Embiid is on the court, this series goes 6 games to 7. I think at some point, if Harden doesn't step it up, which it doesn't appear that he's going to do it, I think Embiid will probably wear down, and the Heat might win this series in 6. The one good thing for the Sixers is that Bam Adebayo did not have a real good game, because he had to worry about Embiid more, and Embiid is so imposing on him because Bam is not as strong, not as big as Embiid, and that's a tough load to have to carry to guard somebody like Embiid. So that could definitely compromise Bam during the course of the series, but we'll see what happens. But I think Embiid is going to do what he can do, but eventually I think fatigue might sit in. That's a lot to ask of him, to come back not having really been in shape. And then also he's injury prone just because he falls on the ground so much. So we'll see what happens. All right.
He needed Kobe, man. Where is his Kobe? Got a big man, got to have his Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. Come on, Red. Get the name right.
Okay. Sorry, Miss Data. I'll do better.
When you double team Embiid, who's stepping up. And that's going to be the key. You know, we'll see what happens. Now, Maxey is a nice Robin right now, though. You know, Maxey is a nice Robin. He was supposed to be Alfred, not Robin. But we'll see what happens, because Harden got to step up.
James Harden, he playing like Batgirl right now.
Exactly. All right, let's go to this series, man. This is one of the more entertaining series, hard-nosed fought series. Warriors versus Grizzlies. They resumed today to series tied 1-1. Actually, Memphis had a chance to win the game 1, and they could be up 2-0. So it's going back to Golden State. Series tied 1-1. Red, your thoughts, man? What you got?
Well, Warriors had a chance to win game 2. They could be up 2-0.
That's true.
You know? No, we hating on my light-skinned brothers, man. We are back, and we are better than ever, and we coming back.
Hold on, Red, hold on for a second. I know I look dark-skinned without the lighting today.
Oh, sorry, right, Real. I forgot. Red was a member of the light-skinned group, too. But Real, you got to remember, man, our boys, we down, but we not out. We still are the most experienced playoff team in his playoffs. And I'm telling you, Ja Morant with his old sensitive self. I mean, just sensitive. Ja, you a good player, brother. But good Lord, do you got to get upset at everybody who don't believe in Memphis? I mean, oh boy, all the folks that didn't believe in us, you stay over there, and we don't need you over here. Okay, little buddy, calm down. Well, add me to it, Ja, because I'm riding with my light-skinned crew again. I'm going to ride them until we get put out. I like you, man. I like you, but you're a little too sensitive right now, and you need to be put in your place, little buddy. So I'm still gonna stay with the light skinned boys to put you in your place, Ja. You ain't ready to win just yet, little buddy. Boy, you are good. You are really amazing, man. I'm loving what you're doing with that Memphis team over there. You have really put the Memphis team on the map. But you're still not ready yet. And my light skinned crew, they're gonna put you in your place. We're gonna start tonight. And then we're gonna carry it on over to Monday. And then you're gonna look up, you're gonna be down 3-1. You're gonna be like, well, fellas, we had a good year, man. But we just couldn't get over the hump, man. Them light skinned boys just too much for us. We'll have to bring it back next year. And the Warriors gonna end this in 5, like I say. Even though
Wow.
I'm not that confident like I was at the start of the season. But if they win tonight, I'll get that confidence back. Come on, Steph. Come on, Clay. I need it tonight. I hope you got that home cooking from your girlfriends. Draymond, I hope you got your mind and your head in check. Because I'm going to need it all tonight, fellas. Because them Memphis boys, they going to make every game we win hard and tough. Because they are good. These boys, they play hard. They are a real fun bunch to watch. I mean, I just love this series right here. But I'm still going to stay with the light-skinned crew. Light-skinned crew to the end,
All right,
baby.
Red. All right, Red. We got to move on, man. Go ahead, Coach.
Oh, sorry, real sorry.
Whoever wins game 3 gonna win this series.
Uh-oh, that's us.
Well, no, because I still see a little hitch in Clay Thompson giddy up. He's still not shooting as well as he used to do. Now Jordan Poole, Jordan Poole, when you become a said star, that means you have to keep playing like said star. And if you slip up at any time, that may be the catalyst between Memphis beating Golden State, and y'all winning. So Jordan Poole, you got to continue to put them numbers up, buddy. I mean, Steph gonna get his, and it's just a fact he's gonna get his. But that shooting from the outside may hurt Golden State more than in the game.
So you got who and what?
Memphis in 7.
I'm gonna go Golden.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Golden State in 6. I could see Golden State win these next 2 games at home, and then Memphis wins inspirational game back in Memphis, and then when they go back to Golden State, that's where the series ends. So I'm gonna go Golden State in 6 because I think the experience will still matter. Ja Morant and Memphis gave Golden State their best shots at home, and as Red mentioned, Golden State, they were an eyelash away from winning both of those games. I think home court advantage is going to mean a whole lot to Golden State, and I see them just winning those games at home. And Memphis, like I said, wins 5, and then Golden State wins game 6. So we'll see what happens. All right, last game on the docket. And I wonder if Mitch is still around. We got
I'm sure he is.
Bucks versus Celtics. The series tied 1-1. Giannis put on a clinic first game, and then the Celtics put on a 3-point shooting barrage to win game 2. So, Coach, your thoughts? Who wins the series and why?
Bucks in 7. I think those ex-champions, people say Middleton makes a difference. He does. But you got some Bucks that are stepping up like Holiday and Portis and a couple of those guys. And who going to stop Giannis? Al Horford, they say he's doing a good job. But how long can Al Horford keep up that pace against that young Buck? Pun intended. I'm going to go with Bucks in 7.
Ray, your thoughts?
I'm still with the Bucks in 6. Like I say, Boston gonna give them everything they got. But like I say, is Jaylen Brown gonna have another out of his world game like he did in game 2? Because that prepared them to that win. Game 1. And is Tatum gonna join them? Is Tatum gonna have an out of his world game for game 3? Like I say, you need great games from one of these guys who don't even have a chance. If Tatum or Brown don't have great games, you can forget that. If one of them have a great game, it still may not be enough because Milwaukee was still in that game in game 2, but Boston gave them just enough to pull away in that second half. But I think, now what are we going, back to Boston or to Milwaukee?
They're going to Milwaukee.
Going back? Oh, back to Milwaukee? Oh, man. Milwaukee might get both of these games right here. Hey, don't ever underestimate the Deer District. We learned that last year. That Deer District is very powerful now. Going back to Milwaukee, I can see Milwaukee in both of these games, but even if they slip up, I'm still gonna take the Bucks to finish this out in 6 because they'll be at home at game 6. So whatever happens, even if they split, the Bucks will finish this series off in 6 games. But I can really see Milwaukee getting both of these home games.
I'm gonna ride with what Alexis Hill and Mitch just said. I'm gonna ride with Boston in 7. I can see all of these games going back and forth. One team wins one game, the other team wins the next game. Since Boston has home court advantage, I'm going to go with Boston because it's not just Al Horford who's guarding Giannis. You got Grant Williams. Don't sleep on that boy. That boy is cock diesel. He's strong. Solid ball player, hits open shots. And they beat Milwaukee without Marcus Smart. So that was a feat in itself. So
Yep.
I think Boston has a great defensive scheme in place to try to tame Giannis. You will never stop him, but you can slow him down. And I just think at the end of the day, Boston has more weapons that you can depend on than you can the Milwaukee Bucks. Outside of Giannis, I don't know who else you can really trust to really put up buckets. When you look at Boston, they got a couple of cats and Jaylen Brown and Tatum who can put up buckets, and then they got guys who can defend, and you can't beat that. So it's going to be interesting seeing what the end result will be of this series, but I think Boston will get it in 7. All right?
Real, you went way back with that terminology.
What's that?
About Williams cock diesel. I ain't heard that. Cock diesel, boy. They strong, boy. You can't whoop them.
Yeah, that is a term back in the day. All right, gentlemen, let's wrap it up right here. Who has the right to do what, when, where, and how?
Man. Well, let's see. Braves, you got a right to get this pitching staff in order and to get back in thick of this thing. You're not out of it. You ain't nowhere close to being out of it, but you have a right to improve your pitching and to get back to playing more stable baseball. You know, Memorial Day will be here fast and hurry. You don't want me and Coach to be looking come Memorial Day, say, man, Braves, y'all a little bit too far behind. Are y'all gonna even catch up? So, Braves, you got a right to improve your record and to get back in this race by Memorial Day, because me and Coach, we'll be watching.
Coach.
Pittsburgh Steelers, you have a right to do Mason Rudolph proud and do him right. That's your right by cutting him and giving him a chance to find another team to play for. So get it done and get it out of the way. Go and cut him so you can go find another team to make.
Golden State and Memphis, you all have the right to continue to give us a wonderful series of physical and entertaining basketball. That series has clearly been probably the best series so far. It's been the most competitive series so far. So you all continue to give us some NBA action that used to be back in the day where they say it's fantastic. And I'm looking forward to more of that Memphis versus Golden State series. The president says you have the right. I'm not worried right now. Atlanta Braves, let it get it together. Let's get it together. Can't depend on last year. Anthony Price said, Jerry Jones, you have the right to hire a personal driver so you can have to drive. Everybody, thank y'all for watching episode 236 for the Red and Rev Sports Show. We'll be back live next Saturday, same time, same Facebook page. And we're looking forward to you all chiming in, helping this show be the best that it can be. The president got one more word. My tugboat piloted by Steamboat Willie just pulled up off to the Chattahoochee Chilean Sea Bass Beard Shaping Brigade in Columbus.
We can't even pronounce it. All these names you trying to pronounce.
Be blessed, everybody. Thank you, Sister Brickers. Thank you, Sister Harris. God bless y'all. Have a great week. We're out of here. Peace and love.
All right, y'all. Peace and love. And Thomas, we're gonna find that book.
Do-do-do-do-do.